So welcome back. We'll resume from the question number 51, right? Okay. So question number 51. Consider the following. We have been given few countries, uh, 5 countries. First one is China, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, and Russia. So the question here is, which of the above countries share a border with Kyrgyzstan? Now, the answer here will be Russia does not share the border with Kyrgyzstan. Okay, so we don't have any option with 5. Then the rest of the countries are China, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan. All of these 4 countries, they share border with Kyrgyzstan. Okay, so our answer will be option D, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So you can remember China, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan and Kazakhstan. Okay, cut cake from there. You can make any kind of mnemonics. Okay, you can even make this as katak. Anything you feel is easier for you. Okay. Now the next question. This is about we have been given some committees and their reports. Okay, so how many of the above matches are correct? So the first one is Shanta Kumar committee, the next one is MS Swaminathan committee, the third one is Suresh Tendulkar committee. Now from here you must be knowing about two. Those two are very famous committees. The first one being the Suresh Tendulkar committee, which was created in 2009 and it is related to poverty estimation. Okay, so this is the correct matching. So this third statement is incorrect, third pair is incorrect. Then we know about the MS Swaminathan committee, which was formed in 2004 and was related to the National Commission on Farmers. So here second statement is second pair is correct. And already we know that poverty estimation does not relate to Shanta Kumar committee. So pair 1 is also incorrect. So here the answer will be only one, MS Swaminathan committee, which was related to the National Commission on Farmers. So this Shanta Kumar committee, this was related to Food Corporation of India. Okay. Now, the next question is about BRICS countries. Okay. Now, what is this BRICS? BRICS is a grouping of we can say grouping of 5 member countries. Which are those? Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. Okay. And also South Africa was not the like original part of this group. This group was initially known as BRIC, BRIC. Okay, BRIC, BRIC. This term was coined by some British economist around 2004 and 5. Okay, the early 2000s he coined this term, and during a meeting of the G8 group, the G7 was earlier G8 with Russia in it. Okay, the G8 group during the meeting of G8 group in 2006, Russia conducted the first meeting of the BRIC countries, not BRICS, BRIC country, that is Brazil, Russia, India and China, in 2006. Okay, so after that the first BRIC summit was held in 2009. Okay, That was in some place in Russia. Okay. And then in 2010, South Africa became the part of this grouping, and it became known as the BRICS grouping. Okay. And recently, 5 new members have been added to this group. Those include Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and UAE. Okay. So, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, UAE, and the other one is Saudi Arabia. Okay. Argentina was also said to become a member of this group, but it did not. Okay. So the answer here will be option D. Right. Next. Next we have a question about the India Middle East Europe Economic Corridor. Okay. So what is this IMEC? It is basically a connectivity project that connects India to the European countries through Middle East. Okay. Now, this IMEC was conceptualized on the sidelines of the New Delhi G20 summit in 2023. Okay. So, the first statement here is correct. Okay. That is, it was announced during the G20 summit in New Delhi in 2023. Now, the next statement is a memorandum of understanding was signed between European Union and 7 countries including India. So this statement here is correct. The European Union, India, then we have USA, Saudi Arabia, UAE, France, Germany, Italy as the countries who together came together to conceptualize this IMEC corridor. Okay. So this IMEC corridor consists of not 3 but 2 separate corridors. One is the eastern corridor while the other is the northern corridor. Okay, so the eastern corridor connects India up till the Middle East. From Middle East, the connectivity projects whichever will be taking place will be under the second component, that is the northern corridor. Okay. So here we have our answer as option B. Only 2 statements are correct, that is 1 and 2. Now, the next statement, the next question is about the mission Vatsalya. Okay, so under this mission, 4,000 rupees per child monthly grant for family based care will be provided. So this is correct. Okay. Then cradle baby reception centers planned in each district's specialized adoption agencies. This also here is correct. And the Mission Vatsalya aids state and central adoption resource authorities in adoption promotion. This also is correct. Here the answer will be option C. All 3 are correct. Now, this Mission Vatsalya is kind of like an umbrella scheme. Okay, because before this there were various other laws that were used for the protection of children and their adoption, right? All those aspects were dealt with by various different laws, various programs and all. But this Mission Vatsalya was initially not named as Mission Vatsalya. Okay, this name came into being in 2021 or 22. Before that, it was known as the Child Protection Services Scheme. Before that, it was known as the Integrated Child Protection Scheme. Okay, so the first name of this Mission Vatsalya was Integrated Child Protection Scheme, which was initiated in 2010. Okay. After that, in 2019 or 18, this scheme was renamed as the Child Protection Services Scheme, and then in 21-22 this was renamed as Mission Vatsalya. Okay, and these are the features of this scheme. Now the next question, this is about the Changi mission, Changi 6 mission. Okay, so this is a lunar mission by China, under which a lander, rover and a returning vessel was sent to the south pole of the moon to collect various materials and bring it back to earth for testing. Okay, now the next question, consider the following states. There are 4 states given. With reference to states mentioned above, in terms of percentage of forest cover to the total area of state, which of the following is the correct descending order? Okay, so descending order, we have Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh and Assam. Okay, now so we know that Arunachal Pradesh is usually the state that has the highest percentage of forest cover. Okay, not absolute area under forest cover, but percentage. Okay, so our the highest percentage will be Arunachal Pradesh. So here we can eliminate option A and B. So we found Arunachal Pradesh, and then we have Andhra Pradesh. Okay, so 3, 2 is done. Then we have to find out which one is the least. Okay, now if you know where these 2 states, that is Bihar and Assam, are located, you can find the answer very easily here. Okay, so Bihar is a completely plain area. There are not much, like it is in the northern plains, okay, Gangetic plains, and there are a very like comparatively less amount of forest cover when we compare it with Assam. Through Assam we know that Brahmaputra river flows, but there are lots of hilly regions. Okay, hence there is a higher percentage of forest cover there, right? So Bihar should be the least amount of forest percentage wise. So here our answer is option C. Okay, so the next question, consider the following which are industrial waste, mining, homes and infrastructure, glass making. Okay, how many of the above reasons or factors contributing to lead pollution? Okay, so obviously there are lots of industries which whose waste contain lead, so they cause lead pollution. From mining, yes. Glass making, yes, lead pollution is a result of glass making. Homes and infrastructure, this here is also correct. So our solution is option D. Now, how do homes and other infrastructures produce lead? There was a time when the paint that was available was only lead based paint. Currently there are various other options without lead. Okay, but lead based paints are also there in the market. Okay, it's not completely removed. So from the paints itself lead pollution can take place. And if you remember, right now the pipes in our homes is made of PVC, but earlier it was made of various metals, and those metal pipes were made from some alloys, or in some cases completely made of iron. Okay, so some of those alloys, they contain lead, and that also caused lead pollution. Okay, so here all 4 are factors contributing to lead pollution. Okay. Now, the next question is, consider the following statements regarding the La Nina. Okay. So what is this La Nina? El Nino, La Nina. It's not actually El Nino, it's El Nino. Let's ignore the pronunciation. We're not going to the South American countries. Okay. Now, so basically it is a weather phenomenon that takes place in the Pacific Ocean. Okay, specifically the southern Pacific Ocean between South America, the western coast of South America, and the eastern coast of Australia. Okay. So in these this El Nino and La Nina, these two are basically abnormal conditions. Okay. So what is the normal condition? The normal condition is, so okay. Okay. So I am very bad at maps. Okay. So assume this is Australia, and here we have South America. Okay. So from this region, that is, this is the Tropic of Cancer, and here will be Tropic of Capricorn. Okay. So in this area we have the winds blowing like this, the northeast trade winds and the southeast trade winds, right? So if the wind is blowing like this, if you have done this, if you blow on a any ball of water or a bucket of water, if you blow over it, the water will go in the direction you blow, right? So the winds also will push the water towards the Australian side, right? Resulting in, and one more thing, this is the tropic region, so receiving maximum sunlight, hence the water will be very comparatively warmer, right? So all the warm water will be collected here. It can only push the surface water, not the water at the bottom, right? So the surface water, which is warmer, will move towards the Australian coast, resulting in a lack of water here. If you push the water away, the water from below will come here. So here the water from the bottom of the ocean comes up and makes this region a cooler region. Okay. This is known as the upwelling. Okay, and basics you have already completed, right? And this gives rise to a high pressure. Here we'll have a low pressure. This will from here air will rise and come here and fall near the Madagascar region. Okay, and from here this comes like this and comes here. Then the air again moves this direction, and this is known as the Walker cell. Okay. Now the air, when it falls here, it will create a high pressure area. Okay, and we know that we have India somewhere around here. Okay. Okay. So and here there is intense heating during this time, resulting in a creation of a low pressure, and wind will blow like this, and this will bring the monsoon to India. Okay. Now, in case of La Nina, what happens is this heating of the southwestern Pacific Ocean, it rises, while this Peruvian coast area, the cold water, it also increases there, right? So the differential increases. As a result, this will support the southwest monsoon, right? Because see, if here the low pressure is increasing, then here high pressure will increase and more air will move towards India at a faster speed, resulting in higher rainfall. Okay, so this was now. So La Nina refers to abnormal cooling of central and eastern Pacific Ocean, eastern, near Ecuador and Peru. So first statement is correct. La Nina impacts the strength of Indian monsoon. Correct, right? So we have both the options as correct. So answer will be option C. Okay. Now the next question is about guidelines for elimination of corporal punishment. So which state's educational authority recently issued this guideline? Okay. So the answer here will be straightforward, Tamil Nadu. Okay. So basically to prevent teachers from giving students harsh punishments, okay, which we used to receive when we were kids. So I remember this one teacher who used to keep 3 canes in his bag, okay, of 3 different thicknesses. If one breaks, he'll use the other, and if 2 break, then the thickest one will come out and you are dead. Okay. Now, if you are wondering, I never got hit with the thickest one. Okay. Which government ministry oversees the operation of Indian Historical Records Commission? Okay. Now, from this you can see that historical records, okay, even if you don't know the exact topic, you can somewhat do an educated guess here. Okay, so historical records, defense ministry, obviously no. Is that related to tribal affairs? History is related to every aspect of our country, right? It is women, then poor, caste system, all the aspects are covered under history, right? So obviously tribal affair ministry will also not be the answer. Home ministry, no, obviously not. So the answer here will be option D. Okay, Ministry of Culture. Then the next question, this is about capital adequacy ratio. Okay, now what do we mean by this capital adequacy ratio? This is basically a parameter that is used to measure the health of a bank. Okay, that is how good a bank is functioning or whether it may face some issues. Okay, so this works as a parameter. Okay, now this capital adequacy ratio, as we can see from the name, it is a ratio basically. So this is a ratio between the sum total of capitals that the bank has, okay, divided by the risk weighted assets. Okay, now capital, as we know, like I think I don't have to teach you what we mean by a capital, right? And so what is this risk weighted assets? So basically we know that bank has liabilities and assets. Assets include various kinds of loans and among other things, right? So now if we talk about loans, So let's assume bank has given loan to 3 people, A, B, C. Mr. A is repaying his loan every month on time. Mr. B, he gets delayed once or twice in 4-5 months for 4-5 days, while Mr. C, he has not paid the interest in last 4-5 months at all. Okay, now the risk of associated with each of these cases is different, right? So the if we just add all these together, there will be no proportionate, like it will not reflect properly. So a weight is assigned. So the least risky is Mr. A, then the medium one is Mr. B, and the highest risk will be associated to Mr. C. That's how this risk weighted assets, this will be reached at. Okay. Now let's see what is the question. So capital adequacy ratio is the amount that banks have to maintain in the form of their own funds to offset any loss that banks incur if the account holders fail to repay dues. So this here is correct. Okay. So there should be some purpose, right? So this the purpose of finding this capital adequacy ratio is to prevent the bank from failing. Okay. Now the second statement is CAR is decided by each individual bank. So this statement here is incorrect. The central bank of every country decides what will be the capital adequacy ratio for the banks to follow. In case of India, we have the RBI. Okay. So here answer will be option A, 1 only. Now the next question is, which entity has recently launched updated dietary guidelines tailored for the modern eating habits of the year 2024? Okay. Now here the answer will be ICMR. Okay. Again, here you might face some difficulties if you don't know the exact current affair that it's from. Okay. So just remember, dietary guidelines, they are released by ICMR. Okay. Food standards are released by Food Safety and Standards Authority. Department of Science and Technology has nothing to do with this. Ministry of Family and Welfare has nothing to do with this. You might have been confused between option A and B. So answer here will be option A. Any kind of dietary guidelines, be it your protein requirement, fat requirement, what, how much water you should drink, what is the amount of vitamin or minerals you need, any kind of guidelines related to diets, they are formed by ICMR. Okay. Now the next question, consider the following statements about orcas. These are also known as killer whales. Okay. Now the first statement is, they are the largest members of the dolphin family. So yes, they are the largest members of the dolphin family, but they are also called as killer whales. Okay. Like they are a type of dolphin. Okay, they are not whales, but they are called as killer whales. Okay. Now these orcas, they can be identified by their their mouth will be, the upper part of their mouth will be very big, while the lower jaw, it will be very slim and long. Okay. Upper jaw along with the rest of the head will be very large. Okay. So something like this. Okay. So assume this is the upper head. Okay. While the lower jaw, it will be something like this. Okay. I know, very bad drawing. Okay. So just assume it is a killer whale. Okay. Now then these are also identifiable by their like characteristics, black and white pattern color. Okay. And these dolphins, they are found across the world except from the poles. Okay. So from the Arctic Circle up till the Antarctic Circle, they are found in every sea. Okay. And they are not least concern. So this is something you might, this might be something new for you. Okay. So they are data deficient. Okay. So this second statement is incorrect. The first one is only correct. Now, you might have been focusing on endangered or critically endangered animals and all, but this will be easier to remember. I don't say that leave the critically endangered and endangered animals and focus only on data deficient animals. No, but since this was in news and this is a very, like, there are not many species that we have data deficiency with respect to. Okay, so remember this. Now the next question is about which organization is responsible for the Red Colobus Conservation Action Plan recently highlighted in the news. Now this Red Colobus is a species of monkeys found in the African region. Okay, these monkeys, they are like there are 18 species within this group. Okay, and from those 18, almost 9 or 10 they are critically endangered and endangered. Okay, in the IUCN Red List. So this species is a very highly threatened species. Okay, even though this is an indicator species. Okay, so what do we mean by an indicator species? So basically the population of this species will indicate the health of the ecosystem in their region. Okay, then these are primarily leaf eaters, live on top of trees, all those basic informations. And this Red Colobus Conservation Action Plan, this is guided by the IUCN. Okay, IUCN is responsible for implementing this action plan. Okay. Now the next question. Now consider the following statement regarding the mammoth plant. What is this mammoth plant? Very big plant, mammoths? No. So basically it is the world's largest direct air capture plant launched in Iceland. Okay, this technology extracts CO2 directly from the atmosphere, hence it is known as direct air capture at any location, unlike carbon capture, which is generally carried out at the point of emission. Okay, so this statement here is also correct. Now this mammoth plant is the second such air refining system or carbon capture system developed by Climework, a Switzerland based company. Okay, before this there was another system known as the Orca. Okay, so we studied about Orca. So remember this, Orca and mammoth plant. Okay, both of these are carbon capture plants. Okay, not a kind of plant. Okay, a tree species, not plant. Okay, so the answer here will be option C, both. The next question is about Mahi River. Okay, so the Mahi River, it originates from the Vindhyan range in Madhya Pradesh. Okay, it is one of the major west flowing rivers of India. Okay, after originating at the Vindhyas, it enters into Rajasthan. Okay, then after Rajasthan, it enters into Gujarat, while like before entering Gujarat, it makes a sharp U-turn and then enters into Gujarat, okay, and then finally drains into the Gulf of Khambat, okay, Gulf of Cambay. Now, there are various tributaries of this, which include the Som, the Anas, the Panam, and the Goma. Okay, so this statement here is correct. We have our answer as option B. The next question is about dengue virus. Okay, so it is transmitted by female Aedes aegypti mosquito. We have been studying this since childhood. I hope you won't make any mistakes. There is no specific treatment for dengue. This also is correct. The answer will be option C. Okay. Okay, let's discuss a bit about this dengue. Okay, dengue is also known as the break-bone fever. Okay, it is as we saw, mosquito-borne disease. Okay, vector-borne disease. Then this is the mosquito is Aedes aegypti mosquito, right? Female Aedes aegypti. This mosquito does not only carries the dengue virus, it also carries the virus for various other infections such as chikungunya, yellow fever, Zika virus. Okay, all of these it also carries. So this mosquito is very dangerous. Okay, now you can identify this mosquito by this. See, every mosquito's body. Okay, let's assume this is the body, these are the wings, this is the head. So every mosquito's body will look like this, but their legs will be of just black color. But in case of this Aedes aegypti, its legs will also look like this. Okay, black and white alternatingly. Okay, so from there you if you see such kind of mosquito in your room, kill it immediately. Okay, now, so where were we? Okay, so the next question is about the India International Bullion Exchange. Okay, now what is this bullion? Bullion is any kind of gold or silver, any kind. What do we mean by that? It can be in the shape of a nugget, a brick, a coin, anything. Okay, and the major criteria here is it must be of very high purity. Okay, so India's first international bullion exchange is the IIBX. It is established in the gift city of IFSC. Okay, now IFSC, International Financial Services Center, it is in Gujarat. Okay, now the second statement here is, as you can see, it is regulated by SEBI. So this statement here is incorrect. Earlier, this gift city, it was anything related to gift city, it was regulated by various regulators, RBI, SEBI and all those. However, since the establishment of IFSC, it has been the the IFSC authority, International Financial Services Service Centers Authority. That authority has been the sole regulator of anything that goes on within the gift city. Okay, and this International Financial Services Center Authority was established as a statutory body through the International Financial Services Centers Authorities Act of 2019. Okay, now the next question. So here answer will be most probably option A. Yes, only one. Then we have the question about nematodes. So basically these are bilateral, symmetrical, elongated and usually tapered at both ends. This is correct. So earthworms, they belong to this nematodes classification. Okay, not just earthworms, there are various nematodes. Now, these are among the most abundant animals on earth, and they can be both free living and parasites. So, they can be parasites in both animal and plants. Okay. So, our answer here will be option C. Now, next question is about the sickle cell disease. This disease is a blood disorder, okay, which which affects the red blood cells. As a result, it is a genetic disorder. Okay, in this disorder, the red blood cells, instead of taking this kind of shape, okay, so the red blood cells will be something like a if you have played carom, something like those pieces. Okay, however, the center will be with a bit of dip. Okay, if you see images, you will know. However, in case of sickle cell disease, these red blood cells, they take the shape of a sickle, okay, or a crescent moon. So this kind of shape the red blood cells will take. So the first statement here, that is, it is a white blood cell disease, it is incorrect. Okay. The second statement here is correct. The National Sickle Cell Anemia Elimination Mission was launched in 2023, and target is to eliminate sickle cell anemia by 2047. So the answer here will be option B. Okay. Now, let's go to the next question. Now, see, currently sickle cell anemia, it does not have any kind of treatment. Okay, like the only treatment that can be done is through stem cell therapy. Okay, there are some other treatments, but it does not cure the sickle cell disease. It just relieves the symptoms or reduces the pain that is caused by this disease. Okay, blood transfusion, then some medicines are also there. Just it suppresses the symptoms or the symptoms instead of curing it. The only cure is doing stem cell therapy. Okay. Now, the next question. Okay, so this is about sea anemone. So sea anemones, they are marine animals with a soft body but have the ability to sting. Okay, they have some specialized cells. When they sense a predator or food that is a prey to them, okay, in those cases they will activate this sting cells, which will cause the predator a lot of pain, and in case of food or prey, it will help them catch that prey, okay, through the sting cells. Okay, now they are soft bodied stinging invertebrates, correct? They belong to the phylum Nidaria and excuse me, and have unique marine adaptations. So this also is correct. The answer here will be option C. Now, sea anemone, you must have heard about this thing, this creature in relation with symbiotic relationships, right? So sea anemone and clownfish, they are seen living in a symbiotic relationship in which the sea anemone, it provides a shelter for clownfish, and clownfish provides the availability of prey for the sea anemone. The sea anemone also has a symbiotic relationship with a crab called as the hermit crab. So basically the hermit crab has a conch shell instead of the normal crab we see. It has a conch shell above it. Okay, so the crab will be like this. Okay, so various legs, eyes. The shell will be like a conch shell. Okay, that's the only difference of a hermit crab from other crab. Now, the next question is, consider the following: Arogya Setu, Cowin, DigiLocker, Diksha. All of these are platforms. So, which of the above are built on open source digital platform? Now, what do we mean by this open source digital platform? First, let's talk about what is this source. Source is not exactly source. It refers to the source code. Okay, based on which the platform or any app, anything that we use in the internet, that works. Okay, this source code, it can be open, it can be closed. What do we mean by this open and closed? In case of open source codes or softwares, anyone with the access, like anyone can access the source code and rewrite it, improve it, do any addition to it. Okay, so if he or she has the capabilities or the abilities, coding abilities, which I don't have, so in that case they can go to this source code of the open source platform and change its code for the better. Okay, so Arogya Setu, Cowin, DigiLocker, Diksha, all these four are open source platforms. Okay, now what is this Arogya Setu? It was launched during the COVID pandemic, right, in 2020 to work as a contact tracing app. Okay, then what about the Cowin platform? This was related to the vaccination and all those information related to it during the COVID pandemic. DigiLocker, it is kind of like a digital locker. From the name itself we can see, where cloud services are provided to keep your like any kind of documents, your 10th certificate, 12th certificate, any other certificate you have, Aadhaar, passport, anything in the digital format, which you can use for official purposes in the digital format itself. Okay. Then the final is the Diksha platform, which is a knowledge sharing platform created by the NCERT. Okay. This is for providing e-content to various schools and other educational institutions for better teaching outcome. Okay. The next question is about the Kawasaki disease. Okay. Kawasaki, Bajaj Kawasaki bike? No. So this is a rare disease that causes fever and inflammation of blood vessels, mainly in children below 5 years of age. Okay, so inflammation of blood vessels, correct. It causes remain unknown. Yes, the causes are not known, and it can lead to heart diseases, but not later heart diseases. Okay, this affects the children, right? So early on in their life, if the children, they are affected by this Kawasaki disease, they may face heart complications. Okay, so this statement here is incorrect. Answer will be option 1. Now this not every children affected with Kawasaki disease gets heart problems. In case the disease is not treated properly, then only it may lead to heart problems. The next question is about leopard cat. Okay, so this is basically a cat species, wild cat species that has patterns like the leopard. Okay, that's why it is called as the leopard cat. It is the most widely distributed Asian small cat. Okay, uh, in Russia, in China, Indochina region, that is the Myanmar, Thailand, all these regions. Then we have this in Indian subcontinent, India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Bhutan, Sri Lanka. Okay, all these regions we can find this leopard cat. Okay, and the regions, like the type of habitat is tropical rainforest to foothills of Himalaya. So a wide range of habitat as well. In shrublands we can also see these leopard cats. Okay, now these leopard cats, they are actually least concern in the IUCN red list. So this also is correct. So answer here will be option C. Okay. Next question is regarding biofuels. So the first statement is any hydrocarbon fuel produced from organic matter is considered as biofuel. Correct. The national policy on biofuels was notified by the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy in 2018. This is incorrect because this was done by the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. Okay. Now, okay. So, one second. So, biofuels. Biofuels are those fuels, as we saw, produced from organic matter, right? So there are 4 generations of biofuels: first generation, second generation, third generation, and fourth generation. Okay, which is different from types of biofuels, which include bioethanol, biodiesel, biopetrol, bio CNG, biobutanol, biojet fuel. All those things are different. Okay. Now, let's discuss a bit about these generations of biofuels. So the first generation biofuels, they are produced from consumable food items such as sugar, starch, vegetable oil. Using these kind of organic matters, the first generation is produced. Now, the second generation is also known as the cellulosic ethanol fuel. Okay. Now, these are mainly derived from wastes, vegetable waste, then used oils. Okay. Then the stems and the brands of various grains. Okay. Industry residues, all those things. Then we have the third generation, which is produced from algae. Okay. And then finally the fourth generation is produced by using genetically modified crops that are specifically targeted for this biofuel production. Okay. Now, next question is about the peregrine falcon. Okay. So, the peregrine falcons are diurnal creatures, meaning they are active during the day. Correct. These are vulnerable on the IUCN red list of threatened species. Okay. Question number 77. So, these are least concern. Okay, not vulnerable, least concern. So, they are known for their daytime hunting, rely on their exceptional vision. Falcons, obviously, they are birds of prey. That is, they hunt other birds, being diurnal. Okay, IUCN Red List. Okay. Now, so the answer here will be option A. Okay. The next question is about the Pench Tiger Reserve. Now, where is this Pench Tiger Reserve? Anyone? This tiger reserve is actually in MP. Okay. Now, the Pench Tiger Reserve, let's discuss a bit about it, because this tiger reserve is actually located in two states. Okay. One section is in Madhya Pradesh, the other section is in Maharashtra. Okay. So this MP side tiger reserve, it was declared as a tiger reserve earlier on, while the Maharashtra side, this was recently declared as a tiger reserve. Okay. The Pench river flows through this tiger reserve, hence the name Pench Tiger Reserve. Okay. And then we all know about the Jungle Book, right? The story of Mowgli, Jungle Jungle Baat Chali Hai, Pata Chala Hai. So that Jungle Book was actually based on this Pench Tiger Reserve. And who wrote this book? It was Rudyard Kipling. Okay. Now, let's go to the next question. This is about the Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. Okay. So this Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana is one of the two components of the Ayushman Bharat scheme. Okay. So what is the other component? This other component is the Health and Wellness Center, which is currently known as the Ayushman Bharat Arogya Mandirs. Okay. So basically these are hospitals for primary care, and this Jan Arogya Yojana, this is related to the secondary and tertiary healthcare system. Okay. So, what is this Jan Arogya Yojana? What is the feature of this? So, basically, a sum of 5 lakh rupees per family per year is provided for secondary and tertiary healthcare. Okay. So, second statement here is correct. The National Health Authority under Ministry of Health and Family Welfare manages this. This also is correct. So answer here will be option C, both 1 and 2. Now, the beneficiaries under this Jan Arogya Yojana, they are identified by the socio-economic caste census. Okay. Now, the next question is, what is the importance of developing Chabar port by India? Now, where is this port located? This is located in Iran, okay, along the coast, which is known as the Makran Coast. Then, what are the other informations that can be important? This Makran Coast is located near the Gulf of Oman, okay. What more? This is the only port of Iran that directly opens to Indian Ocean. Okay. Then it consists of two separate ports, Sahid Behesti and Sahid Kalandi or Kalanji, some Kalantari. Okay. Sahid Kalantari. Okay. Thank you. Then what is the purpose of India developing this? So basically from these two ports, Sahid Behesti port is given to India to develop by Iran. Okay. So The purpose of developing it is for trade with African countries? Obviously, no. This is in Asia, right? India's relations with oil producing Arab countries will be strengthened? No. Iran and Saudi Arabia, they are in different groups. So, relation with all Arab countries? No, it will not be the main aim. India will not depend on Pakistan for access to Afghanistan and Central Asia. This is the correct one. But still, let's see. Pakistan will facilitate and protect the installation? No. Pakistan will never do anything for India. Okay. So, the next question is about non-market economy. Now, this non-market economy, this is something that is developed by the USA. Okay. And what is this now non-market economy means? So basically, as per this, if USA designates any country as a non-market economy, it means that USA is saying that country is following unfair trade practices. Okay. Hence, by designating that country as a non-market economy, USA will be able to put various kinds of protectionary measures against that country, such as anti-dumping, countervailing duties on imports from the specified country. So, this is correct. Okay. The list of non-market economies encompasses 12 nations including India. So, no, the statement here is incorrect. India is not included in this number. So, the answer here will be option A. Okay. Then, auroras. Okay. So, auroras, these are basically a result of interaction between the solar winds and Earth's magnetic field near the polar regions. Okay. So, Earth's magnetic field, let's assume this is Earth. Okay. So, the magnetic field, it is somewhat like this. Okay. So, this area, let's change the color a bit. Okay. So, this area and this area, okay, the red area is not having a strong electromagnetic field. Okay. As a result, the solar winds, the particles contained in the solar wind, they somehow get a chance to enter the Earth's atmosphere. And after they enter the atmosphere, there the magnetic field is comparatively higher, right? So, if in this region it is very less, but if they come around here, the magnetic field will be comparatively higher, and their interaction results in a very colorful curtain like structure. Okay, so if we hang a curtain, that kind of 3D movements will be there by these aurora lights. In the northern hemisphere, it is known as the aurora borealis, relating it with the boreal forests, and in the southern hemisphere, it is known as the aurora australis. Okay. So, result from disturbances in Earth's magnetic sphere due to solar wind, correct. Form of aurora in polar region depend on the particle acceleration. This also is correct. So, answer here will be option C. Okay. The next question. This is about Uniala multibracteata. Okay. Now, this Uniala multibracteata, the first statement here is that it is a prevalent tree species indigenous to the Western Ghats. Then it typically grows as a small tree or large shrub reaching the heights of 2 to 5 meters. So, both the statement here should be correct. Let's check the solution. It's 83. Okay, so the first statement here is incorrect. It is a first incorrect. Okay, so here this statement is incorrect. This part is incorrect. It is not prevalent. Okay, it is very rare. It is a rare species of tree that is usually seen in the unprotected forests. Okay, and is locally known as Kottupuvam kurunilla. Okay, and typically grows as a small tree or large shrub ranging from 2 to 5 meters. Distinctive features include leaves covered with cottony hairs and produces beautiful flowers from October to January. Okay, let's go to the next question. The next question is about the UN Forum on Forest. Okay, established in 2000 by the UN ECOSOC. Okay, India holds founding membership status within the UNFF. So this statement here is correct because India was a founding member of this UNFF, which was established in the 2000. Okay, 2000. So this also is correct. Answer will be option C. Both 1 and 2 are correct. Okay. So this forum on forest, UN Forum on Forest, obviously as from the name we can guess it promotes the protection of forest, afforestation. Okay, all this thing, and its headquarter is in USA, New York, I guess. Okay. Then the next question is about polymetallic nodules. These are potato-sized rocks discovered on the ocean floor. Correct. These nodules are rich in minerals like nickel, copper, and manganese. Okay. Now this polymetallic nodules, they can be of different sizes, but the most common size that is found is somewhat like this. Okay, like a potato. Right, and these are rich in various minerals, the major ones being nickel, copper, and manganese. Okay. Then next question. This is about the Batagay crater. Okay, it is world's biggest permafrost crater located in Australia. Wrong. This is located in Russia. And this is called as the gateway to underworld by the locals. Okay, so this is incorrect. So answer here will be option 2. Okay. Then next question about the sperm whale. Okay, so sperm whale is the largest toothed whale and predator. Correct. Sperm whales are critically endangered in the IUCN Red List. This statement here is incorrect. The sperm whales, they are not critically endangered, they are vulnerable. Okay. However, in the WPA, that is Wildlife Protection Act, it is put in Schedule 1 and Appendix 1 of the CITES Convention. Okay. They are found throughout the world. Okay, just like the orcas. Okay, and have the largest head and largest brain in any animal on the earth. Okay, so the sperm whale, they have the largest head and also the largest brain on earth. Okay, so this is a unique point you should remember. Okay. Then, so the answer here will be option A. Okay. So the next question is about carboxy zones. Now, this carboxy zones, these are basically related to photosynthesis. Okay. These are organelles, that is intercellular structures, just like mitochondria and all. These are organelles, okay, that are found within many autotrophic bacteria such as the cyanobacteria, okay. So this actually helps these autotrophic bacteria to synthesize the carbon dioxide, okay, and create their own food, okay. Hence this carboxysome has been recently being used to genetically modify various crops, various tree species to enable higher yield and higher productivity, okay. So the first statement here is carboxysomes are bacterial microcompartments, basically organelles of bacteria that contain enzymes involved in carbon fixation, correct. Carboxysomes can improve photosynthetic efficiency and crop yield, both are correct. So the answer here will be option C, okay. So the next question is related to the UN Office of Counter-Terrorism, okay. It was established through the adoption of UN General Assembly. Yes, after UN General Assembly adopted a resolution, this was established. Then the fund, that is the UN Counter-Terrorism Fund, this accepts contributions from governments, intergovernmental, non-governmental organizations. Yes, it accepts from everyone. So answer here will be option C, okay. Then the next question is about T cells, okay. So we know that there are three types of blood cells within our body: red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets, okay. Now this white blood cell, this works as the immune system, as the guardian of our body, okay. Now this white blood cell is of two types as well. One is the B cell, one is the T cell, okay. So this T cell is a type of white blood cell, not a red blood cell, known as the thymocyte. So the first statement is incorrect, okay. T cells are integral components of the immune system, originate from the stem cells in the bone marrow. So this is correct. They are a integral component of the immune system. So answer here will be option B. The next question is about Hoppen Island is located in. So this Hoppen Island is of Finland, I think, okay, and is located in the Arctic Ocean. Check the country, okay. I am not exactly sure whether it's Finland or some other country. Now, next question is about the Hindon River. It is a tributary of Ganga River originating from lower Shivalik range. So this is incorrect. It is a tributary of Yamuna, okay, rising from the lower Shivalik range, okay. Now this flows through UP and only in UP, okay, no other state. It is a tributary of Yamuna River and it merges with Yamuna near Noida, okay, Noida, Delhi, that Noida, okay. And the main tributaries of this river include Kali and Krishna. So this is correct, this is incorrect. Answer option B. The Sarna religious code, okay. So Sarna religion, this is actually a tribal religion in the states of Odisha, Jharkhand, Bihar, West Bengal, Chhattisgarh, okay. These regions, the tribals, they follow a religion known as the Sarna religion or Sarnaism, okay. In this religion, they worship the nature. So we have the first statement as correct statement. They are nature worshippers, right? According to the local belief, the like the nature deity, they are to be offered sacrifices twice a year. Okay. So, they are nature worshippers, mainly concentrated in these regions. Okay. Now, they like we saw, they worship the nature, and their code is Jal Jangal Zameen. Okay, that is the code they live by, and this religion is actually not officially included as a religion as of yet, but there have been suggestions by the National Commission for Scheduled Tribes to include this as a official religion category under the census. Okay. Okay, they have a famous festival which is called Sarhul. Okay, so their main festival is known as Sarhul. Okay. Now, foot rot disease. So this is a fungal disease that affects the basmati rice, correct? Caused by soil-borne pathogens that infect the basmati rice seedlings. Both statements here are correct, so answer will be option C. Okay. The next question is about the Sonai Rupai Wildlife Sanctuary and where it is located. Okay, the Sonai Rupai Wildlife Sanctuary is in the state of Assam. Okay, then the next question is about the Pyrenees Mountains, where it is located. It is located in Europe. It acts as the natural boundary between Italy and France and Spain. Okay. Then the next question is about which type of farming is associated with cultivation of mulberry. This is known as moriculture. Okay, cultivation of mulberry trees is known as moriculture. Sericulture is cultivation of silkworms. Okay. Then the next question is about World Press Freedom Index 2024. It is released by the Reporters Without Borders. Yes. India surpassed Turkey, Pakistan and Sri Lanka. This is incorrect. So the answer here will be only one. As per this report, the press freedom in India is actually less compared to these countries, that is Pakistan, Turkey, Sri Lanka, where there is almost no press freedom. Okay, so this let's talk a bit about this index. So this index ranks around 180 countries, depending on various parameters related to press freedom, which include political context, legal frameworks that help in securing press freedom. Then we have the economic concept, how easily they get their funding and all. Okay. Then socio-cultural context and security. Okay. India only performed better in the security category, and rest 4 India has been given a very poor position. Okay, India's rank has improved, but it is only at 159 out of 180. Earlier it was 161. Okay. Now, what are the causes of coral bleaching? Coral bleaching basically means the zooxanthellae, they will face adverse conditions while living with the coral polyps, and due to those adverse conditions, the zooxanthellae, they leave the corals, resulting in the loss of color in the coral reefs. This is known as the coral bleaching. Okay, coral bleaching. Overfishing, yes. Industrial runoffs, land erosion, excessive nutrient concentration, ocean acidification. All of these are reasons of coral bleaching. Now, which countries share a border with Black Sea? Okay, so I have a mnemonic to remember this. Black Sea, black burger. Okay, so B for Bulgaria, U for Ukraine, R for Russia, G for Georgia. Okay, U for okay, so this is not another U. I have made a spelling error here in my mnemonic. GRT. Okay, so the other R being Romania, the T being Turkey. So answer here will be option D, all of them. Okay, so that finishes our discussion. All the best for your exams and thank you.